My name is Jim Howard, and I'm located at the NAMPA airport here in Idaho. And I want to talk about the results of the Sterna Prop that I placed on my Piper PA-11. It's a wag arrow aircraft, and I was looking for a little bit more speed, and I decided to bite the bullet and purchase one of the Sterna Props. I'd seen them several times at Oshkosh, and when I discovered they were moving to Florida and I was wintering in Florida, I met with them, talked with their president and their sales representative there at Zephyr Hills, and decided to make a purchase. And I want to talk to you about the outcome of the Sterna Prop on my airplane. The installation of the propeller is pretty much standard for a ground adjustable prop. You need a torque wrench, and I happen to use just a Harbor Freight digital angle gauge to set the pitch, and then to check one blade against the other one, I use this improvised level that I could match the pitch blade, or the pitch of the one blade to the other one. So it's pretty standard. Followed the torquing parameters for the given size bolts, and I decided to give it a try. I ran a run up on the ground before I taxied out onto the runway, make sure that it was coming up to 2300 RPM, and I went ahead and started with 12 degrees of pitch. And I went 12 degrees, 13 degrees, 14 degrees, 15, and ultimately found the sweet spot at 13.5 degrees. And that's where I left the pitch. It did not degrade my takeoff and climb performance. I saw 90 miles an hour at 2250 RPM, and that was what I was looking for. The way I set the pitch on the Sterna Prop is I set the digital angle gauge on the flat face of the hub, and I push calibrate. And what that will do is it'll reset the gauge to this face at 0 degrees. Then I move to the back side of the prop, which is the flat side of the prop, and I line up this angle gauge with this first red stripe, and reading that is showing about 13.6 degrees. That's fundamentally all there is to it. If you want to change it, you're going to loosen these four bolts here, these bolts here, and rotate the blades. And then when you're done, you're going to use the torque wrench to torque these for the specified values. Sometimes I'll use this device to make one blade exactly like the other one, bring it above 13.5 degrees here, and I'll use this device to set the angle of the opposing blade at the same angular degrees. Now, once you set this one, you'll want to rotate the prop, bring it around. So 290 has some pressure. Bring it around, and you will check this blade for the 13.5 degrees at the same position. Now the numbers. The former prop was a cents an inch wood prop, 41 inches pitch, 76 inches in length. The maximum cruise was 78 miles an hour at 2250 RPM. That's where I like to cruise this airplane at. Wide open throttle was 84 miles an hour at 2700 RPM. After several trials, the Sterna sweet spot, like I said, was found to be 13.5 degrees. The pitch gave me a solid 90 mile an hour cruise at 2250 RPM and 100 miles per hour at wide open throttle. Takeoff roll of the two props was about 325 feet. It didn't really change the takeoff roll. The Sterna is 2 inches shorter at 74 inches, and I may not see need for really further adjustment because the low end has not changed that much. Like I said earlier, the engine is a Lycoming 0290 D2 rated 135 horsepower. The experimental aircraft enjoy the fruits of innovation, leaving the certified aircraft longing for change.